Tunisia yesterday, the Tunisians marched to the polls to vote in a referendum on the controversial new constitution. President Kais Saied says the vote is necessary in order to advance political reforms, but his opponents say it will entrench the powers he seized a year ago when he embarked on what has essentially been a one-man rule. The date of the referendum was chosen by President Saied to mark a year to the day since his dramatic move to suspend parliament and dismiss the government.
Tunisia was the birthplace of the Arab Spring, which saw the overthrow of long-serving ruler Zine al-Abidine Ben Ali in 2011. The new constitution, which replaces one drafted in 2014, 3 years after the Arab Spring, would give the head of state full executive control, supreme command of the army, and the ability to appoint a government without parliamentary approval. According to President Saied, it's needed to break a cycle of political paralysis and economic decay in Tunisia.
This is quite interesting. I wonder how this will bring some sort of balance in the economy of Tunisia. Where does the conversation about checks and balances come into play? We talk about what democracy is. If we are to go by Abraham Lincoln's definition, supremacy of the law over the rulers and the ruled. But in this case, he's made himself superior to the law, and it's not looking good for the people of Tunisia.
Yeah, and every now and then, someone, springs up in some random country, mostly in Africa, and feels, like he knows the answers to all the country's, problems. And if he doesn't have full control and full power, he wouldn't be able to solve the country's problems. And that's always a recipe for disaster, because you get in there and, they eventually, it has happened too many times, they eventually turn into dictators and, eventually stay in office for 30 years or 40 years. And those are some of the things that everyone would always point out when things like this happen. And also, you would always be able to, look out for the place of parliament and for, a seemingly democratic system where there are other levels of government that can checkmate each other. So I'm not sure how this would turn out, but we're going to look out for the results of this referendum and, of course, get to share with you guys and see if President Saied gets his way or not.